Oh, forgot to clap.
He don't clap.
Hey.
What's that there? 3, 4?
Your chair a little higher than me. What's up, Way Sauce
Hey.
Hey.
The fuck?
This is Sam.
He's slippery.
I'm Brandon.
Brandon.
No, I'm Brandon.
Nah, it's duct tape.
Yeah, this is Way Sauce. What, are you scared of something? Today we got a great freaking episode for you because we watched a great freaking movie. That movie is...
Frankenstein. Ooh, wow. We are reviewing Frankenstein today. Fantastic movie. You might have seen on our TikTok, Brandon did a little clip. He watched it a second time, and I also watched it a second time. We did that separately. We watched it first together, and then second time separately.
By the way, in that clip, did you notice how soaking wet I was?
I kind of did, yeah. What was that?
I came from the gym, but then I also got caught in the rain.
Dang.
So, I just...
He is dedicated.
I'm soaking wet. I'm sopping. That's how good that movie was.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I got to get it to the viewers now. And it had a great response, a lot of good comments. People were talking about how they loved it. We did see a lot of comments about that they liked De Niro's version.
Yeah. Huh.
And I've never seen that one.
I didn't even know there was one.
Me either. I thought they were joking. I thought it was like Goodfellas Part 2.
Robert De Niro?
Frankenstein version. I can't take you seriously with those.
He's Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Hey,
Let's look it up.
Hey, I feel like instead of, you'd be, hey,
Huh?
hey.
You don't believe me I'm Frankenstein?
You don't believe me?
Huh? What are you getting excited about? Robert De Niro.
It's like the clip from, what is it, Neighbors? You ever see that movie?
No.
Really?
No, I have, yeah, but what scene are you talking about?
Oh, Dave Franco is I think they have like a costume party or something next door, and they're like, who are you supposed to be? And he has like a little mole right here, and he's like, what do you think? Robert De Niro. And he starts doing like the little squinty eyes thing. It's funny. Maybe we'll clip it.
Yeah, we'll clip it.
I'm watching you.
94. He is the monster.
Really?
Helen Bottom Carter from Fight Club and
Helen Bottom?
Helen Bottom. No, she's from Fight Club. She's the girl
okay.
in it. And then
All right.
Kenneth Branagh. He's Victor. He's in.
What was the SCO?
The SCO?
Yeah, the SCO.
What's SCO?
Like 6 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
Oh, the SCO.
10 out of 10?
Oh,
What
yeah,
is it?
shit.
What is it?
What
is
by
it?
who?
Victor Frankenstein.
It's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which is interesting because it's the same with Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I'm out of water. That down. I'm out of water.
Frankenstein. It got a 6.3 and then Metascore 49.
Oof.
That don't sound good to me. But let's
yeah.
see what this Frankenstein got. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to be amazed. 7.5 and 78. Blows it out of the water.
What?
De Niro, get out of here with
Oh my
you.
God. You know what I think it is because again, I'm sure people go into it like, oh, it's going to be a horror movie. Frankenstein, green guy with the fucking little bolts on his neck. And then they go in there like, what the fuck was that fucking Abraham Lincoln shit?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Or they go into it like, there's Frankenstein. What do you got?
Yeah.
You better show me. This is a classic. If you mess it up, we're gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars. Show us what you got. And then they hated the prequels for years, and now they're coming back because it was amazing to begin with because they put out shit movies with Disney.
Oh,
God.
crazy. I don't know. Yeah, that score is terrible. Oh my God.
7.5?
Yeah. I mean,
It's not great. Yeah.
I mean,
it's better than the other one.
Yeah, for what it is. I mean, that should be.
I rated it a 10. I didn't rate that shit.
I think I gave it a 9.1.
Oh,
or at least on.
well,
that
there's
clip.
no rounding on IMDb. We'll get it at the end.
Yeah.
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 I gotta think about it. I haven't thought about it.
Okay.
Okay, so Frankenstein came out this November, so very recent. Stars Jacob Elordi, who I don't know who that is, but many women have told me that they know who he is.
Yes,
He's starred
he's
in
from
rom-coms.
Euphoria
Okay.
guy. He's in Euphoria, and he was also in.
What did they do in that one?
Honestly, I've only seen the first episode, and it freaked me out. I didn't really like it. It seemed very bleak, dark. For high school kids, I was just like, ooh, they're getting into drugs. They're doing all this bad shit, and I don't know. It was
One
bad.
Tree Hill on crack.
I hated it. And then he was also in, not Brightburn, Saltburn.
Saltburn, yeah.
Saltburn.
I didn't see that one.
That was crazy.
Okay.
I'll show you that one. That was crazy.
Mia Goth, who we know from the Pearl series. She's incredible. Best scream in cinema right now, I believe.
Love her.
Oscar Isaac.
He's Victor.
He's Victor. And He's from Ex Machina. Great movie.
And Star Wars.
And Star Wars. And he's in the nativity scene.
What does he play in Star Wars?
Christmas. He's Joseph in the nativity.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. That's a. You ever watch that movie?
The nativity scene?
Oh, it's a great movie.
Is it just like 5 minutes?
It's one clip.
Jesus is born.
He born. And Oscar Isaac's like, whoa, I'm the dad.
Bring the frankincense.
She's like, you're not really the dad because it's Immaculate Conception yesterday.
Who's got the myrrh? Bring
and
in
then
the
Murr
myrrh.
from Practical Jokers goes, me. And scene. No, it's a movie. The Birth of Christ. Very nice.
They're on camel and they're like, I was following the star, but I guess I made a right at the desert hill over there instead of a left.
And the Jewish deli. He's like a complaining Jewish person.
Sorry, I'm late, everybody. For the Birth of Christ.
And this movie was directed by the well-known Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Who, Pan's Labyrinth, Shape of Water. We tried Pan's Labyrinth. We didn't love it.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
That was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll try it again. We'll see.
We also, like, that week or whatever that we tried to watch movies, we were 0 for 5 or
yeah, it
over
was
3 or
terrible.
something.
We watched that. We watched Killing the Sacred Deer, which was just freaking weird and bizarre.
Yeah.
That was our first exposure, I think, to the Irish dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's
Barry
his name?
Keoghan.
Barry, yeah. And I was just like, what is going on here? We also watched The Assassination of Jesse James, which was terrible. I was like, what is happening in this one? And then what was the other one?
It was boring. And then Pan's Labyrinth.
Right,
And then,
so it was 3.
Was there another one?
Yeah, it was so bad. I forget what it was. It was trash. You guys aren't gonna like this. Reservoir Dogs. I did not like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
it was not. I was just like,
There wasn't much action.
yeah, it was just like talking and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of dialogue, which we like for Tarantino, but I don't know. Wasn't great. The comments might murder us, but it is what it is. We have opinions. So this is probably the most quotable movie in like recent memories. I wrote down so many quotes, and I know I'm still missing a lot, and I didn't add some for the sake of time.
Yeah, I quote every day that I work at my job because we all love movies and stuff, and like I'll just swoop in on Tom Chattelbash, shout out Chattelbash Reviews. I'll just say whatever comes to mind. I did that with Nosferatu too.
Yeah, as you gotta, yeah. And those are two movies that I think, well, Nosferatu was December last year, and then Frankenstein was November this year. So 2 late movies that were just classics, that were adaptations of older movies too. And this is not like, apparently, I haven't read the book. I don't think you have either.
Nope.
But you know, like, I don't know like anything about Frankenstein. Like, I know a lot about Dracula. I've read the books, seen the movies and all that stuff. But like, this I have no idea. Mm-hmm. And apparently I talked to a friend of mine who's in, was a literature major, and she was like, this is not like the book at all. Okay. So it's not like, ooh, or obviously, or it's alive, that scene. Like, neither of those are in this, and this is very different.
But is that in the book? Is that kind of stuff in the book?
I believe so, yeah.
Like the more, and like, it's alive?
I think, or maybe that was just like a movie adaptation of it. Like in Star Wars, when people say, Luke, I'm your father, but that's not what he really says. It's like, no, I'm your father.
Oh,
so
yeah,
maybe like,
yeah, that's true.
What was originally, taken by the public, or, the adaptation kind of changed it up. But, yeah, I think this is more like a, I don't know, like a tragedy. I don't know if the book is like that, but I don't know. If you know, let us know. So, like you were saying in the TikTok, you like how it's told in 2 parts, and I do as well. It's very like fairy tale story-esque, where it's like once upon a time, and it's like in parts or whatever, like Chronicles of Narnia or something like that, or Tarantino movies are told in parts.
Yeah, I felt like I was watching like a Broadway play or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Like it just like scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, intermission or whatever you'd want to call it, really. But yeah,
it's easy to understand.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is about Victor, and this is about the monster. Great.
I even said to my mom, I was like, if this comes out on Broadway, I'm a big Broadway.
I mean, I'll go.
It's yeah.
I'll like a play. I'm not a big musical person, but if this is a play, I'll see it.
Like I saw, for spooky vibes, I saw the latest one I saw was Josh Groban in
he's good.
Whatchamacallit? The guy who cuts hair, the scary.
Edward Scissorhands.
No.
Oh. The Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Josh Groban was the lead. Was Sweeney Todd?
Was he great?
Oh my God, it was sick.
He's
oh
the
my
best
God, it
voice
was
ever.
so good. and even my mom was like crying and stuff. But like, yeah, if there was something along the lines of that Frankenstein, oh man, sign me up. I did see Young Frankenstein on Broadway. Obviously, very silly,
Right.
but it was good.
I'm sure it was funny. The movie's funny.
Seen Addams Family on Broadway.
You should come in and just play Blow It Up.
Yeah.
show
Yeah,
'em
we'll
all.
see all the spooky ones. Fan of the Opera, of course. I've seen.
They should bring that back. Did they cancel it?
Did they? I don't
They're
know.
not cancel it, but they stopped running it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Did
pretty
they?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wicked's still going, I'm sure though. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now, it's probably even more
Oh, forget
popular.
it. Yeah, I would imagine. But so it starts out with Victor at an early age, and you can see that his dad is like not the nicest, pretty rough on him. And I'm sure back then it was kind of like, you know, I mean, I don't know, but I could just assume that maybe fathers and sons weren't like too much of showing affection, and were really wanted best for their sons, and they wanted them to probably, you know, be like them. Maybe they took it out in a you know, a harsher way, but I don't know. I wasn't born back then.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Victor. I mean, we only saw a sliver of his dad. I feel like Victor was like way worse than his dad. Like he was a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
I feel like he was just holding in like so much resentment towards his dad, and then it made him even worse. Like it was just so much worse. Yeah, and then he was so close with his mom, and then he even says to his dad, like, I don't think you, like, basically saying, I don't think you tried hard enough to save mom. And he was just like, I did everything I could. But meanwhile, the dad was like, oh, I'm the best doctor, like, in the land. And
Right.
Victor's like, you didn't save mom, though.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of similar to Star Wars, where it's like, you know, he could save the one he loves, but not himself from certain death, which is interesting.
I wonder if, to go on your point, perhaps maybe the dad didn't save the mom because maybe he saw how close he was getting to the mom. It was making him a little wimpier. I mean, back then, wimpier.
Right.
I mean,
But the mom seemed like pretty normal and strong.
yeah.
Maybe he was like jealous of their relationship, or yeah, like you said, like, oh, the closer he gets to the female, he'll be baking cakes tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I need him in the war, or whatever it is.
Yeah, literally.
Did you know that Mia Goth plays the mom?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did see
not
that
know.
recently.
I didn't know that in the first
I didn't
one.
know. I didn't see that at all.
No, that's a great. I mean, makeup and prosthetics are so good these days.
Yeah, but it's funny because I was looking into that, and it's crazy because Victor, she plays both roles that he can't have. He likes the well, obviously he loves his mom, and she dies, and then he also falls in love with his brother's fiance, soon to be wife. But he also can't have her, which is interesting that she plays both roles of something that he both can't have.
Definitely done on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be, and I think that also kind of like drives him mad, and then that's what makes him angrier
Right.
and everything. Like,
He's kind of like a baby.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, he's acting like a baby, and the monsters or the creatures, what they refer to it as, is a baby and is very innocent, but like. He's a baby where he's just innocent and learning the ways of the world. Victor's a baby because he just pouts and like doesn't get what he wants and just takes it out on other people, and he's constantly angry and stuff like that. And you're like, this guy's whole life is just bonkers.
Yeah.
'Cause he's holding a lot in.
He is the monster.
Yep. I like throughout the movie you see a lot of interesting figures that is used. And I think that's like a Guillermo del Toro style. It's like he likes different like creatures and like figures and stuff like that. Like this in Pan's Labyrinth, and like remember when he's holding like that doctor thing and it's like pregnant, and I feel like it kind of catches you off guard. And I think that's like setting you up for the monster later on, because you're kind of like, but you have to like get used to it and be okay with like something that looks odd. You got to give it a chance. I think.
Would you? Are you referring to the little figure he's playing with
Right,
at one
and it was
point?
it had a big stomach, and I think it was like supposedly like a pregnant lady or something.
Yes, and it was interesting with that is that I looked into that as well. It was the same not texture, but same material used to bury his mom with, which was very interesting.
Oh, the thing that they put over?
Yeah. When she gets buried, first off, I love those caskets. Those caskets are really cool.
Yeah.
It like covers her face or whatever. It just looks cool. My mom really liked them for whatever reason too. A little creepy though as well, but they were kind of cool.
Yeah, but it's definitely has that essence and like that eerie vibe for sure.
And then the contrast of the mom all in red and she's laying in the white coffin, I thought was
Right.
cool. But
Yeah.
but yeah, apparently that's the same material used for the coffin. So I don't really know what the connection is there, but I was looking into that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's also yeah, and then that weird figure, like the D word thing that he sees in
Oh
his
yeah,
dreams.
yeah. Oh,
But I
that
think
thing's sick.
it's really cool, and it's like I feel like it's interesting how there's like animation going on in like real life movie. Like I'm thinking of this show that you watched, the Smiley. What is it?
Smiling Friends.
Yeah, where it's like different animation within.
Yeah.
And it's like in the beginning of this movie, they looks like the Polar Express. Like if you watch the beginning of this movie, you're like, is this animated? And then his dream that has, it's like, what kind of animation is it? It's very weird. It's like CGI. I don't know, but it's like at a place that it makes you just like you're really honed in.
Yeah, I felt the same way. When I saw it, I was like, what is that? Why are we getting CGI-y? Which I didn't mind because it looked good. Like
Sure.
it didn't look like weird. But yeah, it definitely draws you in. This is gonna be a weird comparison, but like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
Like there's that
Super creepy.
one crazy scene where it's considered one of the scariest scenes in Courage, where he opens the door and it's this girl playing the violin, and she's made out of clay, like she's like claymation, whatever. And I feel like I read something up on it, and like yeah, it just catches you off guard, especially as a kid, because you're like, oh, everything looks cartoony, blah blah
Right.
blah, and then this freaking weird ass little girl with
So strange.
claymation.
We should review that.
Yeah.
Return the slow.
Oh yeah, that's the creepiest.
I remember I used to like turn the channel because I was like, this is scary.
Yeah.
Back then. Yeah. So what was I gonna say?
Before you were saying the figurines and like things like the animation kind of changes. Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Yeah.
Mad good, yo.
Hey, it's good.
By the way,
sorry, I'm going too far.
Merry Christmas. Here
Yes.
from Way Sauce. That's why we're decked out.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Here from Way Sauce. That's why we're decked out. No, but yeah, have a very Merry Christmas. It's only the beginning of December, so we might film another video.
Yeah,
but if we
sure.
don't, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Write some goals down for 2026. I did.
That's
My
true.
first goal was to get cool glasses like him.
Mine was 1 million subs by January. I think we can do it.
Never say never. So yeah, back to the funeral scene. I love like the snow that's around it. I think it's really like the atmosphere is really cool, and just the cinematography is incredible. And it reminds me of, I don't know why, it doesn't look the same, but it reminds me of the Revenge of the Sith funeral scene of Padme, when it's like everyone's around and they're just like very sad. It's very, very somber.
Yeah.
And then her casket is floating because they're in the future. It's just like this. And then there's like an aerial shot. And it's the same in this movie where it's like that. And then they close it over her, I think. And it's pretty cool how it's red and white. So I think that was a cool comparison. I feel like every fucking movie that we talk about, I compare it to Star Wars.
Yeah, there's so many similar themes in Star Wars.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because these are both very like, I'll talk about it again at the end, but they're both very just like, I hate to use the word basic storytelling, but it's very like linear and structured well.
Yeah.
But it's still so incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's just like something you would teach, of course, because it's a book in English class that you would read, but it's just so, it's not like Hereditary, where it's all over the place, but it's still a good movie. It's just, but it's still very good.
It's we'll call them the for our sports fans out there. They're like it's like the San Antonio Spurs back in the day. Fundamentals, didn't do anything flashy, won the championship
Exactly.
all the time.
Mid 2010s Golden State Warriors, just flow state.
Floating around, just winning the chip. Don't have to do any crazy dunks, anything.
The Soviet Union. They had a great team. I knew I had to do a little funny pause there. No, you just watched their tape. They won 4 straight gold medals because they would just flow fundamentals.
Good
they were a little
fundamentals.
crazy. They would scream at them and stuff like that, but they got it done.
Yeah, I think also too, like great movies tend to like hit on so many different things. There's like love, funniness, gruesome parts, anger,
tragedy.
despair, tragedy, like you name it, sadness, happy. But that's also the human experience, and if you can relate to all of our senses and emotions, like that's going to be a great movie.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like there are movies where people will just take it like to the artistic level, like I said, Hereditary, or freaking some of the new movies that are coming out with Talk to Me and Bring It Back and all that stuff. And there's like a lot there, but they're putting something in front of that. And the use of creatures and What's the movie when they're in the woods?
Oh, The Ritual?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a good one.
Like there's a lot, you know, in play there from the characters in the beginning. But
Yeah.
if you just follow like a simple storyline and just you make it good, people are gonna relate to it and like it. Like, I mean, maybe some people in my family, like I feel like they would like it, but how could you not like this movie?
Yeah. My mom loved it, but the thing is that she loves like Shakespeare, and she
Right,
loves
yeah, I
that
compare
old
a lot to
school,
Shakespeare, yeah.
talk and vocabulary and things like that. So for her, like,
She's educated.
yeah, and she could get past like the gruesomeness, because my mom is not a scary person at all. But frankly, like, this movie isn't really that gruesome.
There's a couple scenes,
there's
yeah.
some parts, and they come out of nowhere, and you're like, holy shit. But I think it's cool too, because it still keeps, like, and we'll get into it more, but like the innocence of the creature. But like but then when he does do something, you remember, oh yeah, like, don't mess with him. You know,
Oh
like-
yeah. By the way, he's still a monster,
Yeah,
so to
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Brendan, describe how you felt when Victor is displaying the figure or creature that he created in front of the intellectuals, like in the theater. Like, what was your take from that?
It was interesting, because right off the bat, like, I did think to myself, like, people aren't gonna like this. Like, it's a little like I felt like they were gonna be like, this is witchcraft.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I'm
like-
pretty sure somebody like said that too.
Yeah.
But it's like also, this is one of like the first and maybe a little bit after this, but this is when we're most on Victor's side.
Yeah.
And I think it's just all downhill from there.
Yeah, because that's a great point, because I was like, oh, like, I didn't know if it was gonna work or anything either,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, please work, and then he like makes it happen. The thing catches the apple, like it's
Crazy.
It's crazy, and it's funny too, because I don't know, I was doing research after the movie and stuff, but like back in the day, there was a scientist who was just like Victor Frankenstein, where that actually, again, I don't want to butcher anything, but if you look it up, he did try to do some experiments by bringing people back to life, or maybe even rats or something, whatever the case is, and they succeeded. But unfortunately, back then, like, the I guess we'll say, like, the power of God, they didn't want you to play God at all.
Right.
Back then. We still even see that to this day. When it comes to like stem cells and things like that, people
Right.
are so, like, no, don't do that. We can't do this, we can't do that. But the other way to look at it is like, but what could we achieve? So it's like a crazy, like, balance of what I guess society believes and what they want, things
Right.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Because back then they're like looking at each other like, this isn't good. We got to shut this down now.
Yeah.
Except for Christoph Waltz, who ends up, who's another scientist, I believe,
Yep.
and ends up giving what Victor needs, which is the funding.
Yep.
And he's able to, have enough money to create the monster. But it takes a while for sure. But that scene is wild because you're just like so fascinated by it, and it's a little creepy for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the point. But again, going back to like bringing Guillermo del Toro, bringing these figures to the screen, and at first you're kind of like this, but it's like, well, if I'm gonna finish this movie, I gotta like be with it.
Yep. Yeah.
So he's either giving you the option like back out or keep watching.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's a lot of different people that I'm gonna expose to you.
Yeah, you also see a lot of the time too in like those early scary movies. We'll put like Frankenstein, Dracula, things like that. Like, they are always kind of like whatchamacallit, like challenging the word of God, because that was something that was so taboo. But at the same time, you have creative people who are like, you know what? Let's tap into it. Let's see
what's
what
going
we
on.
can push over here.
Yeah.
Like someone's gonna bite your neck and bring you back to life.
Right.
There's a mad scientist that's trying to bring dead people back to life. I'm sure there's a bunch of other examples out there as well. But Frankenstein, that's
Well, look at Da Vinci. I mean, the stuff he was drawing and
Yeah,
making.
true.
They were probably like, what? And that was 1400s. This is 400 years later or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also the TikTok that I just made about the Dracula movie versus the book. In the book, it's it's scary kind of, but it's just very good versus evil, and the characters are working together to defeat Dracula, and they're really nice to each other, and it's just like it's a feel good book, and it's just good versus evil, and that's how things were written back then.
Yep.
Which is why Psycho to me is so ahead of its time, which is so crazy, which is really cool. And the movie from the 90s is uber sexual, and it's interesting because like there are definitely like things in the book that you can pick up that you're like, oh, that's probably what that is. This is probably like, something sexual or something, because the whole biting of the neck. Nosferatu is so like the way she moans and groans, and the last scene is, them making love. But you should watch it, the Bram Stoker one with Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder, it's like, boom, boom. There's one scene, and you guys might know it if you've seen it, where Winona Ryder's looking for her friend Lucy, and she's like in the forest, and it's nighttime, and she comes out, and Lucy's on a table just getting fucking nailed.
Like they're having sex?
Oh, sex.
Really?
This
Oh my
is
God.
like still on porno.
Jeez.
And she's just like, but she's out of it because she's in a dream, and she's like kind of being, in Nosferatu when she comes out of the window and she's kind of like being summoned, and she's like sleepwalking. But he's like a full like wolf or something.
Damn, that's good.
He's you should watch it. Vlad Dracula in the 1400s, and that is his wife. And then she dies because she thinks that she kills himself because she thinks he died, but he didn't. And then he is cursed for years, so he can't die. And then he finds when Keanu Reeves comes to his house, when in the same like Nosferatu, where he's like, oh, you want to sell your house, blah, blah, blah. He's in Transylvania, and he keeps him there as prisoner. He sees a picture of his wife, and he's like, that's my wife. But it's really not. It's just like looks, or maybe it is, I forget. And they look exactly the same. So he it comes to England to find her. And he's like, I'm gonna bang this broad in the meantime.
Damn. That was
Isn't that
good.
crazy?
That was wild. They made him look really creepy too. He looks like
yeah.
a werewolf, gorilla, monkey thing.
They put them all in one.
Slash bat.
Slash bat.
Slash bat.
So it seems that Mia Goth's character doesn't like him from the start. And I was thinking maybe it's like women's intuition or something, where she's like not a fan of him.
Yeah.
And she warmed up to him a bit, like in the scene in the church when they're kind of like joking and they go to dinner.
Yeah.
But then she ends up not wanting to marry him. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is just her. Maybe her intuition. I forget what she says like when they're sitting at that table too, and he's drinking milk. I found out that every time he asks for a drink, he's drinking milk, which is funny because he's the one bringing life, and I guess you could say milk is life. Coming from the cow.
Maybe alcohol like messes with his mind and needs to be like sharp. I don't know. Yeah, milk.
But
you like milk?
She says something about like, I don't know, maybe along the lines of like you shouldn't be messing with certain things, and he's just like, why?
Shut up.
What the fuck you know? I'm a fucking scientist. I'm gonna do what I want.
Right.
And she's just like, nah, like it's always like the men like just like messing with something. She relates it to war, and he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But which is interesting because she ends up loving his creation.
Yeah. She is pretty intrigued, and also like they do kind of like they do have like weird interests together. Like she's really into insects, and like he's into I said
Her.
insects, not in. Never mind. And he's into like dead bodies.
Well, yeah, they have that. They're both into that.
Like
they
weird.
both want to be coroners.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she like it's like don't play God, and the other people are like don't play. I mean, there's definitely a reason to like be weary of that, because you don't know their intentions, but it ends up working out kind of after that.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz's character, I feel like he's amazed by Victor. Like he's kind of living vicariously through him because he's like the older guy. He had the funding, but like I feel like you could see the lack of empathy Victor has when his character dies, Christoph Waltz. I feel like that's just plays out through the movie because you're kind of trying to figure out who Victor is, and you're like, he's kind of a dick, but he's trying to make this life, and maybe it's frustrating or something, and then Christoph Waltz's character dies, and he's just not like really sad about it. And he dies in a brutal way too.
He falls through. It's interesting too because Victor is obviously very selfish. And again, weird comparison, but he's kind of like Rick in Rick and Morty. Like he's so focused on his craft that he like shuts everybody out,
Right.
and like he hurts everybody because he's just only focused on his craft.
He's so selfish.
Yeah, and he's not thinking about like other people, like maybe finding love and all these things that maybe most people would long for, and instead he's just tunnel vision. Like I gotta do this, I gotta bring this thing to life, and like he's just shutting everybody else out. That's probably also what Mia Goth might see in him too. She's just like he's way too obsessed with all this stuff.
Right. But then, yeah, exactly, because he's his whole life is just, is trying to figure this out and then, eventually building the creature. And then she comes in, he's like, oh, all right, hold on to this for a second. Let's get married. And she's like, what the, are you crazy?
Yeah. I'm marrying your brother.
I'm going to marry you, and then you're going to be doing this the whole time.
Yeah,
you ain't going to give me love.
Yeah, literally. And it's funny because in the scene when she tells him, like, no, I can't, and then she, like, runs off. It's cool because she's focused on the butterfly that she's brought to him, and the butterfly is caged, just like he's about to bring freaking Frankenstein, or the creature to life, I should say, but it's going to be caged as well. So is he really bringing life? Like, it's not really living. The butterfly isn't really living. It's in a cage, but it's living, but it's not living its life. It's not doing what it's meant to do. Same thing with what you're going to see with the creature once Victor figures his shit out and brings it to life.
Why do you think that throughout time, like when you hear Frankenstein, you think of the monster? Did people just like mess that up, or they just because it didn't have a name?
Yeah, because I feel like everywhere you would see it would just say, like think about like the old school posters, like it would say Frankenstein in big letters,
or a costume.
Yeah, and you just automatically are like, oh, that's Frankenstein.
Right.
It's like, no, it ain't.
Maybe
It's the creature.
he last name.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe it's like marketing or something. I just think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really have a name. Because I don't think he was. I guess he was a man, but like it's pretty cool that like the way that they, like Victor makes this monster with like dead limbs and things like that.
Yeah.
From the war, it's like, well, let's not make it go to waste. We'll put an arm on this guy.
Yeah. He just goes to the battlefield and is like, hey, make sure you don't. I forget what he says. Something. Don't touch them in any weird way. Like I need them a certain way.
And this guy's like, that guy's weird. So eventually the creature gets made, and he does it all by himself, even though he had all the funding from Christoph Waltz. And what do you make of him being like so pissed that he can only say Victor? Yeah. Like, and it's so early. Like the scene when he's he wakes him up and he's like, oh man, I created the creature. Like he's very amazed by it, and they're cool in the beginning, but like right after he like hates him.
Yeah.
And I know it's like over some time, but I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to relate it to like maybe like a dad and his kid, like baby, and he's like, you can only say mom.
Yeah.
Like say dad.
Yeah.
But I doubt. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I also think too, like, and I could see this. I mean, I don't know how to be sciencey like that, but like I could also see like you don't really know what you're getting into, and you're using like body parts of like what used to be living people. So maybe you just kind of assume like, oh, he's gonna be just like us.
Doing my taxes.
Yeah, like.
Like, what do you want from him?
Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't think he thought that way through.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he wanted to prove something.
Yeah, he just wants to prove that he could bring things to life, but then he doesn't think like, oh, like, hey, like, yeah, what am I gonna do after that?
Right, exactly. Well, it's literally from when his mom died and his dad was like, oh, I did everything I could. And he's like, no, you didn't. Mm-hmm. Now I have to bring something to life.
Yeah.
And then he works his whole life, and then he's like, this motherfucker can only say Victor.
Yeah.
I hate you forever.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like jealousy, because he's obviously not dumb.
No.
It's literally just a child.
It's a baby. Yeah, it's literally a baby.
He was mad he wasn't fully developed, which is silly to me, because it's like, it will be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because I guess physically he's obviously fully developed. But yeah, the brain needs to learn some stuff.
It does.
And it ain't going to learn nothing if you keep the creature downstairs just locked up, just like that butterfly. That butterfly ain't going to live its life, and neither is the creature. So there's not going to learn anything. It's just going to be down there.
It's like the Night Stalker. What are you going to think was going to happen? You tie him in a tree in the backyard.
Yeah, I know. In a graveyard.
God, really?
Even worse.
Jeez. I for sure, speaking of sexual scenes, I for sure thought the creature and Mia Goth were going to get it on.
Yeah. Yeah, when he lays her down on the rock or something. I mean,
that's
bear in
when she's
mind she
dead.
is shot. So
Yeah, that's later on. But no, because there's like multiple scenes that could have probably happened. But
yeah,
he don't know what that is, and she might just be like, he's too, innocent and good for this world.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a little tidbit I thought.
yeah, she's very infatuated with him.
Oh, she loves him. So yeah, eventually the creature finally escapes after being burned by a fire that Victor started, of course. I forgot I had this on my head. What is this? So this, I think this is when the second half, and I think this is when the movie becomes like just brilliant. Mm-hmm. Like this is just amazing after this.
Yeah, because now the creature is like, all right, I gotta tell you something. I had to escape this massive ass fire and explosive stuff. Let me tell you my tale.
Here we go.
If you listen to my tale.
You should have listened to his tail, Morty. And I like how there's a lot of use of like green colors, like which is like signifying like his growth period when he's like hanging out in the little hut.
Yeah, that's true.
There's family.
There's a
it's
lot
like
of
very it's like very light and stuff. Where most of the movie, like most of Victor, is just like dark and at night and it's raining and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I like the music. It's very nice. Like in these scenes particularly, it's kind of like in the meadow, like fairy tale, and like the use of like violins and and other strings is. It's kind of like a Disney movie, but it's still there's like horror lurking in the background.
It's like a good analogy, especially with the creature, because it's things are growing, and now he's escaped, and
It's his new life.
Yeah, he's able to grow. Where it's funny, like Victor was always like trapped, so you see, like you said, rain, snow during death.
Right.
Like there's all this dread around him.
There's like a new start for the creature, but
which is something honestly Victor never had, because his dad was just like standing around, probably just beating the shit out of him, and telling him, "Be a doctor. Why aren't you a doctor yet?"
What is the periodic symbol for K? Carbon. K? It's obviously potassium. Doesn't start with a K.
You talking back to me?
You gotta be kidding.
Balls Mafia.
Jim Ross comes out on our. By God, Victor just threw the table. The old man was just pure bliss and innocence. He's the greatest part of the movie. You can't help but smile. I challenge anyone to say that they don't like the scenes with the old man, because he is just amazing. We'll get into it, but he go one.
Yeah, he's just so good, because as the monster is blind, just like as you see like innocence in children, right? Because they're blind to like the bad things in life, or at least we try to shield that from them. Now the blind man is as well. I mean, physically, but now he's basically immobilized, so he can't really. He's not able to judge. So now his innocence is is on par with the creature as well.
Right.
And so they're a great team. However, you do find out that he did kill a man at some point.
Yeah, he does say that, and it's like I think it's the when he talks about forgiveness, and things like that, and he's like so far gone. It's kind of like in Shawshank when you're like, man, I love Morgan Freeman's character, but you're like, but he's in prison because he murdered somebody.
Yeah.
But it's just like so far, long gone because he's a like completely different person. Oh, this. We'll show that on the screen. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, really cool. Yeah, it's just beautiful. So the creature is like the caretaker, and they call it the spirit of the forest. For the village people, and they believe he's like a fairy, so it's like very childlike. But I feel like the old man knew that he was around the whole time, because the old man's blind, but he just has like, obviously his senses are heightened. But there were scenes where he's like, yeah, the spirit of the forest, and he would look around, and they're all like, yeah, it's the spirit of the forest. It's like, well, it's cool, but there's got to be somebody that's doing this. So like when he comes about, I feel like maybe because the old man's so old that he doesn't really care, but he's also like, I knew you were here.
Yeah, he does say something like, yeah, I could hear you in the walls, or I knew you were here. You were hanging out in the shed over there.
Yeah, I see you.
I see you.
My favorite line in the entire movie, and I don't know why, when I saw it the first time and I saw it the second time, the first time I was just like, oh, that's so great. And the second time I was like, yep, it's the greatest, is when, they're hanging out. And he, the old man's like, you watch over me and hang out with me, and You can have whatever you want here.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is be my friend. He's like, okay. He starts reading books. He's learning like more how to talk and stuff like that. And he goes, he reads like his last book, and the creature says, "Are there any more books like this in the world?"
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so great because it's so innocent.
Oh yeah.
And I think the old man says, "There's a few,"
Yeah, there's a few more.
which is so good
Yeah.
because it's like he doesn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, are there more of these in the world, or is just like the only ones?" Because he's basically saying like, if there are more like these in the world, I hope everybody's reading them and everyone's in harmony and loving each other.
Yeah.
But it's just like that's not how the world works.
Yeah, which he'll
And that's that's like a child.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
so
No,
beautiful and
I,
great.
I do love that. Their relationship is great.
When he's doing the there's a narration of the creature because this is like the second half is from his point of view. He's like, I read a book about a man named Adam and a woman named Eve and their first time in the garden. And he says, wait, does he say? Oh, I like when the old man comes out and he shows him snow. And he says, have you ever seen snow? It makes the world new and clean.
Yep.
Where I feel like, which is so true, because like you see pictures of like snow in Switzerland, it's like incredible. Mm-hmm. Whereas a lot of people I feel like see snow and it's like a disruption to their day. Yeah, him.
I hate the cold.
Yep. Where a lot of people think like snow is negative.
Yeah.
Which it definitely can be, but like in this, he's taking something that most people don't like, mm-hmm. and he's just continuing the innocence and seeing everything is beautiful.
Yeah.
In that scene.
And and without probably a good analogy would be like, without your gloomy days or whatever, you can't have sunlight. You can't just have sunlight all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a balance, and that just goes with your life too. So. You have sad parts, you have happy parts, in the middle kind of parts, spring and fall.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's trying to be one. Is it trying to be the other?
Yeah. You need a little bit of everything in your life. That's the human experience, and that's what Victor or the creature is looking for this whole movie, right?
Yeah.
The human experience.
He just wants to know who he is. He wants a friend, and he wants to just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Average. It sucks when the old man dies. Mm-hmm. He said he just wanted companionship for shelter.
Yeah.
So you can have shelter. You just give me a friend. And the creature wanted friendship because Victor never gave that to him.
Yeah, he never gets a companion. Eventually he'll ask, but yeah, that's also a great scene too, because that is when all of a sudden the creature realizes that like the way of the world is not just all rainbows and butterflies. And as he says, the wolf did not hate the sheep and the sheep did not hate the wolf, but yet that is what has to become. And basically people will hate you or hate on you or whatever you want to call it just for being yourself. Mm-hmm. And then that's what he sees that right there, like, just for being yourself. The sheep didn't do anything, but just for being a sheep, the wolf, is hungry and he has to eat, and then they get torn apart. And obviously too, because it happens twice basically. The wolves come to their little shack or whatever, and the first time that's where he kind of sees it, and then the second time, like, that's him coming back from a journey to the castle that blew up.
Right,
to
exactly.
try to find himself.
And he finds those papers and things like that.
And he figures it out, but then this time, of course, now his only companion really in the entire world has just gotten eaten.
Oh my God, that's such a brutal scene. And then you remember, you're like, oh yeah, this is a horror movie.
Yeah, because he just rips those wolves apart.
My God,
which is exactly how I would react if
exactly.
something, God forbid, happened to people I love or that I care about a lot.
And there he's and then he shows a little bit of a monster that he is.
Yep.
We're all the same. We all have something in us that can like snap.
He
I love
rips the guy's jaw off.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Because he comes after him, stabs him, and he just it's just like, oh.
He's like one of those just I don't know.
Also, by the way, the creature looks like a freaking rock star, like the whole time. Like he's got the fur coat on.
Yeah, he's got like the
so
lightning
long.
stripe.
Talk about emo.
Oh yeah, literally. There's so much wisdom from the old man, obviously, because he's like close to death, and just every line that he says is just like Shakespearean and awesome.
Yeah.
I love when he's like, "No need to be afraid," because he's like, "What are you afraid of?" He's like, "Everything."
Yeah.
Because he's just like, that's what, he's like Yeah, somebody who's just constantly like this because of Victor. He was so unpredictable.
Yeah.
He just freaking started a fire.
And then when he did get out into the world, the first thing he sees is the deer, and he tries to feed the deer, and the deer actually allows him to, which is a testament to the creature. Because I think you always think to yourself like animals kind of have a sixth sense in a way, like they can kind of sense danger, and you would think that like they see a creature who looks human-like. Normally a deer would probably run away, but he doesn't. He's able to feed him, which again is like the beauty of the world. But then of course all of a sudden these humans see the creature and they're like, oh, what the hell is that? What the fuck is that?
Get him!
Ew, that thing is
It's
gross.
different than us.
Yeah, and then
which is a big theme in the movie.
And then he gets hit, and shot, and then again it's just back to square one kind of.
Because they're just afraid.
Yeah.
And they like won't go forward with it. It's weird for some reason. I said this the first time I watched it and the second time as well. I feel like the old man was like supposed to die. I don't know why, and I feel like he was supposed to die that brutally. Yeah. And I think it was a way to signify that the world is like both good and evil.
Yeah.
And the creature was basically like, but this man was my friend and he gave me shelter and he died. Wait, that's not fair. It's like, well, that's how it goes.
I feel like that's also like what you were saying earlier, like fundamental storytelling. Like there's always that innocence that has to pass away.
Yep.
One of the things that's popping into my head right now is the Hunger Games, like the first one.
Yeah.
Remember the little girl that Katniss is trying to protect, and then she dies, and you see like a flower or like pop up or something like that, and yeah, it's. I feel like that's just like such a common fundamental like theme where all of a sudden there's this innocence, you're rooting for it, and you're like, oh, but you know in the back of your head, dang, this is too good to be true.
Well, I think it's in the second Hunger Games when the old woman dies too, and like the guy is taking care of her the whole time.
Yeah.
Look at John Lennon. I mean, he was, talking about peace in all of his songs, and he gets shot and murdered.
Yeah. I know.
At 40, and you're like, what? Like that doesn't make any sense.
And like I was just saying before, like the wolf didn't hate the sheep, and the sheep didn't hate the wolf, but it's just the way the world goes, and it's terrible. But
it's awful. So another quote here, because like I said, it's so quotable. The old man says, "Forgive, forget, the true measure of wisdom, to know you've been harmed by whom you've been harmed, and choose to let it all fade."
Nice.
That's some good stuff.
Oh,
that's that's the pure, form of humanity or humility and being able to forgive. He also says when he dies, well, because the creature is because he's like, oh, you came back.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know who I am, a monster. And he's like, I know who you are, a good man and a friend. And I was like, bro.
Oh, yeah. My ears watered.
Which I think...
Ears watered up. Eyes watered up.
Every orifice. But I think that's what most people, or just men, just want to be a good man. And known as a good man and a friend, as I think we all strive to be at the end of the day, even though we're trying and sometimes it's hard. But there he's like, you're not a monster, I know you. And he's blind.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because he's just like, he feels it.
Yep.
It's just like fucking, so
poetry.
Good. To the fullest.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's not complex. It's so good. So then after this is when he wants a companion. And it's like making him, I think it's making the creature sick that he's like, I can't die. So if I'm going to live and I can't die, you will give me a friend.
Yeah.
I need somebody.
Something.
Because the wolves ain't my friend. The only fucker I knew. And then I like when he goes, give me a friend and we could both be monsters together. Because he doesn't know what the severity of the word monster means.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I'm a monster, so we should both be monsters together, which he's right. But more so the monster is Victor.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't know the severity of that word, monster.
It's again like it's like the similar line with the books. He's like we could both be monsters together. Like, and I like the way that Jacob Elordi does the cadence of his words are like very. It's like he's still like putting words together because he's so young.
Yeah.
But also like I feel like the way that he slow talks is kind of, like you said, your mom likes the dialogue, and I agree. It's very like Shakespearean, but it's not like fast, and he enunciates every word because he grew up not knowing words, and then he read all these books.
Yeah.
So he's speaking very intellectually and clearly, but he's also like still childlike.
Yeah. his development in speaking. This has nothing to know, and there's not alike at all. But except for the development in which they speak reminded me of like Caesar from Planet of the Apes. Like
Yeah,
he
no, yeah.
slowly starts to like put things together, and then
Right.
eventually speaks very elegantly.
Very true. Yeah. Well, no, both characters want like the best for like humanity and just to
Yeah, that's true.
live in peace. So I know it's definitely a good comparison. Where, no.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
yeah.
he's like, Caesar is home.
And then from that to like the last one we just saw.
To be or not to be. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you concur?
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is like the best. That's the second one
Second
of
one.
the trilogy.
Is that when they're doing the dam?
Is that your hand?
Yeah.
Yes, when they were doing the dam. Well, when there's that really annoying guy that like shoots the one of them.
Yeah.
And it's the one with Koba.
Yeah.
And they like fight at the end.
Yeah. I remember showing Kasha that one.
Oh, so good.
War.
I mean, it's really good.
And then what's after that one?
War.
And then what's the one we saw?
We snuff. That was the one that doesn't have to do with any of the other ones.
Yeah, but what was that?
I don't know, but it was good.
Leviticus.
Have you seen any of the old ones?
No, I still haven't.
You gotta.
Let me just check.
I feel like we've seen every Planet of the Apes together.
I think we always kind of try to do that.
I know, which was fun. Kingdom.
I like seeing it with Joe. Joe is because
Yeah,
Joe loves it
Joe loves
just as
movies.
much.
Yeah, he loves going to the movies too.
Yeah.
I hate when something bad happens, and like Victor blames the creature in front of people, which is like continuing the image that like he's a monster simply by his looks. Which, like, when they come in, he's like, "Look what he did," and maybe when we were watching, we're like, "Oh, come on!"
And that happened with the wolves too.
Exactly.
When the men come in, and they see everyone just dead and wolves all over the place.
you
They're
killed the
"What-
wolves."
What did you do to the old man? And then
He's just a peaceful old man, you stupid monster.
Yeah, and he's always just he's in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it's such an easy cop out too for
Right,
like
it's so annoying.
And that
because Victor's a bitch.
and that goes for anything too. Like there are so many people out in today's society that will like ostracize the weirdo. Like I don't even really want to go here too much, but sometimes that's why the weirdos end up doing terrible things at schools or something because everyone just ostracizes them and then they're misunderstood and they hate everybody. Yeah.
His perspective of the world was terrible.
Because everyone's just like, oh, look at that thing. Like, bro, we're all just trying to live. Like,
They'll do something terrible, or they'll be a genius and very successful.
Yeah.
But I think that's Guillermo del Toro's like the way that he writes movies and stuff like that. Because I never seen The Shape of Water, but it's a creature and a woman, so I feel like he's trying to give light to the people that are the disenfranchised or ostracized, or the ones that are just like a little outcast or weird or something like that.
Yeah.
Like in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, and he's like, we're four misfits that shouldn't be together, but we are, and it worked, or something like that.
Yeah, it's great. That's what we all long for, and we've always longed for that for as long as we've wanted. We all want to be a part of a tribe.
Yeah.
Friends, since the dawn of man, we've always wanted to be a part of a tribe. And that's what we long for.
The Way Sauce Tribe.
The Way Sauce.
Subscribe. To be fair,
he is ugly.
No, but if you're at a wedding and you see this 7-foot monster holding a dead woman in the thing, you're gonna be afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So if you're watching the movie and you're like, oh, how could they? Because obviously you're in your shoes watching the movie, 2025. It's not 1800.
No.
And you're just like, oh, how could they? It's like, be real.
Yeah.
If you're at a fucking wedding or you see something and there's a huge guy, doesn't look human, he's carrying a dead girl, you're gonna be like, I think he might have killed her.
I'm out of there.
I'm out of this
I'm
bitch.
out of there.
You're not gonna be like, oh, I have to sympathize with you. Be real, everybody. Come on.
Yeah.
That's something turning my head.
Oh, he's probably a good guy.
Yeah. Let's go up to him. Let's feed him.
Hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the wedding. Everyone's dead here who was going to get married, but whatever.
Did you want the chicken or the fish?
Actually, I'm vegan.
Get him out of here.
That. But yeah, 100%. And of course, Victor freaking ruins everything by shooting Mia Goth. He kills his own brother.
Victor is straight up psycho.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, get out of the way. He just shoots the gun. It's like, I don't know if you ever seen the movie I'll be watching it this Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life, one of my favorite movies ever. There's a scene when George is like in his, in like the other time when he's seeing what his life would look like if he was not alive, and like there's like a screaming scene with him and Violet, and he runs away, and the cop is just like boom, 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 just starts shooting the gun. And my dad, like we were watching it one time, he's like, "That's how it was back then. They would just shoot at you." I was like, he's just shooting, and there's people ahead of him, and he like might hit somebody. It's crazy. Jesus. I don't know why I thought of that, but Victor's like, "Get out of the way!" And of course, he fucking shoots Mia Goth because he's a psycho and he's an idiot.
He doesn't even wait a second and like, hey, get out of the way. Okay, that's good.
Okay, boom, boom, boom.
he should freaking get out of the way.
And he's like this, and he's like falling to the out of the way. He just shoots like a moron. Yeah. But I feel like Mia Goth kind of got what she wanted because the end of her life, she's with the creature. And I wrote down that she says she was never meant for this world. And that scene's very Shakespearean as well, just them two. And it's like the wide shot too is of them two, and she's kind of speaking softly because she's dying, and he's just taking care of her because I think he finds her like beautiful, and she's in the white dress. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. This Victor guy that created me is crazy.
I just wanted a companion.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. And now my companion is dead, and I'm not friends with you because you're an asshole. But he's just like listening to her because he's very caring. And I feel like, obviously, she probably doesn't love that she got shot and she's about to die, but I feel like she'd rather be there with him in her final moments than out there with them. Because I don't know if she really wanted to marry that guy.
Yeah, I think it's interesting with her character because I think that she's actually just as weird as Victor or the creature, but she was able to like conform to like what society standards. But meanwhile, she's taking out books like when she's on the date with Victor or whatever the heck that was, and he's like, "Oh, you took out like love novels," and then she's just like, "Huh, good guess," and she opens it up and she's like, "No, it's about insects."
Right, exactly.
Because of course, like again, like in society standards, people probably are like, "You like insects?" And especially back then, you're a woman. And you're like insects.
And
what the hell's
reading?
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you? Like,
right. We've made a lot of comparisons to Nosferatu too, like the way that Johnny Depp's daughter's character was in society during the time.
She's trying to identify and go with her sexual desires, and meanwhile the men are like, "What the hell? No, stop! Like, stop! Just knock it off." Also, to go back to the before the shooting scene is actually one of my favorite quotes. Is he says the creature says to Victor, "If you are not to give me a companion, then I will indulge in rage, and mine is infinite." Because he knows he can't die. It's his fucking infinite.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I think he says something else too.
And then Victor's probably like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm like, are you shitting me?
Oh, actually,
he will kill you.
Funny, because you like the old man with the quotes, and then this part for some reason stuck with me. And the other quote that I love is he goes, "The miracle is not that I can talk, but that you would ever listen." Ooh. And
yeah.
Oh, so good. And meanwhile, like it's shots at Victor, and he's still his ego is just like up, and his wall is up, and he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, "I'm not giving you a companion. What the hell's wrong with you?" Yeah,
he's like, another monster.
Yeah.
But shout out to Oscar Isaac for doing such a good job of being the most hated character in recent memory of any movie. And I really hope that this movie gets Oscars. Freaking screenplay.
Yeah.
By far has to win.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, I have like 3 more quotes.
Yeah. And also when he says, if you aren't to give me a companion, then I'll indulge in rage. Mine is infinite. That's when he fucking throws him and he hits him against the bed.
You want to see rage?
Yeah, he's just tossing him, and then everyone in the wedding party's like, "What the hell was that?
Oh my gosh, this isn't good society. Let's go back to Newport."
I thought a wedding was happening.
Yeah,
not a frat party.
Not a frat party at a brothel. Yeah, it's so weird to watch Victor because it's like him just, it's like somebody hating their own child. Mm-hmm. He just despises him so much, and it's just so bizarre to me. And it goes back to our point where we're just like, he's like, oh yeah, it's like somebody like working so hard for something, and then it happens, and then you're just like, well, now what? Yeah. That's like Michael Phelps talks a lot about it, where he had a lot of mental health issues because he worked his whole life, got all these gold medals, and then the Olympics were over, and he was like, well, now what?
Yeah.
He's in like his mid-30s.
I hear that a lot with a lot of celebrities and stars and musicians. Like they'll sell out image.
Tyson Fury. He does that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
The Rogan thing.
I'm trying to remember.
When he like thinks about killing himself.
Tyson. Oh yes, yeah. Because he's on top, and then like where else is there to go?
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Also, do you think that maybe another reason why I think that Victor could be so angry at his creature is because he's giving life to this thing. I'm kind of butchering this, but he's giving life to this thing and this creature, and this creature is so like innocent, and he's got a fresh start, which is what Victor never had. Like
right.
Victor,
he's jealous.
Yeah, and perhaps he's just jealous of his own creation. And that's sometimes what you'll see even in parents. Sometimes is there'll be jealousy in your own family because perhaps maybe they had to grow up with such hardships, and now you have it so easy, and they're just like, what the fuck, like, what, you know. But meanwhile, that's just like such a wasted thing to feel resentment towards your child because of that. Like, you should feel grateful that you were able to give your child an easier life than yours. Exactly. And be like, yeah.
But I don't know what they're jealous of. The houses are through the roof.
Yeah.
They bought it for $50. Yeah. So I like that the guy. It was her brother, right? That was going to marry him. That he ends up dying because the creature throws him against the wall. Yeah. And he's like, he goes up to him. He's like, in his like final moments, and he's like, I always feared you. Mm-hmm. Like, you're the monster.
Yeah. It was always you.
It was always you.
You were the monster.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep. And you're like, oh shit. Okay. Oh. This is when like the movie is like pretty obvious that of the theme that's giving off. That, I mean, obviously it's apparent that Victor is evil, but other people are noticing it too. Mm-hmm. Which is cool because like in that scene, Mia Goth gets killed, and then Victor's like, oh, look what this creature did, and then like the brother is basically like, yeah, but I know. Yeah. I know who you are. And you're a son of a bitch.
I'm taking this to the grave.
It's like in Shrek.
Fucking frog at Shrek.
Yeah.
But wait.
So yeah, basically the rest of the movie is just like them like running after each other pretty much, and the creature trying to like. I don't know if he ever wanted to like kill him. I think he just wanted to be like, I'm alive for a while. I got infinite rage. Like I'm a mess with you.
And that's another one of my favorite quotes. This is my third, probably my final favorite quote. Is he says, "You may be my creator, but from now on, I'm your master." Ah, crazy. And then that's when he's like, he starts indulging it, like in breaking his arm or whatever the hell he does to him first, and then he's like, "All right, come get me, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Try to kill me also. Like it's not gonna work.
Right.
And I'll just keep creaming you. What a choice of words.
Over and over and over. Creaming his master. Cream. There's a, so towards the end, it's just them. So now you're back into the first scene that you saw in the movie, and they're in, like, the cabin in the ship. And it's an amazing scene. Probably just, like, an incredible scene that Victor says to the creature, "Can you forgive me?" Mm-hmm. And he also says, "Can you forgive yourself?" Into this world. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Not only can you forgive me, can you forgive yourself?" And it's just amazing because it just shows like how much of a piece of shit Victor is, and how good of a man the creature is. Because at the end of the movie, you're like, all right, he's a bigger man, even though he's technically not, a real human. Yeah. So he says, perhaps now we can both be human. Yep. It's biblical, it's Shakespearean, it's just all these like clever themes rolled into one, and it's I hate saying simplistic, but it is, and it's just amazing.
Yeah. What was I just gonna say?
About forgiving human.
Yeah, I mean, the creature was always more human than anybody. He's the best candidate for being human.
Exactly. If there was a human contest, he's in the running.
And the human goes to the creature.
This is the creature's first nomination and first award.
But yeah, He did it the right way, and he went through. I feel like we were talking about this before. I forgot what we were talking about, but you were pulling up the video of John Bellion, and he was saying, "I love Bellion," I love my life. I love like basically the hardships I've gone through, and simplicity and things like that, and that's what the creature's been through. He's dealt with the worst of the worst. He's dealt with, love in a way with Mia Goth. He's caring, sadness, being treated like crap, but yet he's
all the emotions.
He's life's beating him down, but he's still fighting, and basically that's kind of how life goes anyway. I mean, for anybody. So
except we die.
What?
Except we die.
Yeah, except we die. He can't die, so that's the only thing.
But he wants to.
Yeah. He wants to feel more human, which unfortunately will not be the case.
Too bad.
Yeah, and I feel like Victor, like the whole time, he's doing all these things to run away from those feelings, and
they literally go like this.
Yep.
And then they come back.
Yeah. Victor's like,
end.
all right, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. Well, which is like, it's a great scene, and you're like, good for Victor, but also like, of course you do that at the end.
Yeah.
Like, would you have done this if he beat your ass and retold the whole story?
Or if you were able to kill him, like, would you have been like, like triumphant and been like, oh, like I've done it.
I killed what I created,
and then I killed what I created. It didn't hurt me.
Taketh
Everything was great. I
away.
don't know why I sound like Trump right now. Everything was great. I created life.
The best creation of all time.
Creation of all time.
Biden couldn't create this.
He also couldn't kill what he could create.
But yeah.
Yeah. Fucking great. Great movie.
But wait, what was I gonna say?
Oh, okay. We'll keep going.
Oh, we ain't over.
We ain't over.
We gotta
till
give a
it's
rating
over.
too. We gotta figure that
Till
out.
the big lady sing.
The fat. Cream. Hold on, what was I gonna
Just
say?
creaming them.
Over and over.
In every orifice.
Oh, I love the part where like he basically tells the story and it pans to the friggin' Polar Express looking guy, the captain, and he's just I cracked up because it's like it's the whole time he's them two and you forget that guy's in there. And then he opens the door and they're like with the guns. He's like, at ease. Let him walk through.
He's fine.
And of course,
he's a good guy.
He's a good one.
I just heard him.
He's a good guy.
How long do you think it took for him to listen to the story?
That's what I'm thinking. Like they're outside of the thing, freezing. They're like, "Is this story almost done yet?"
God, get on with it.
Captain, is this story not yet? He got up to the part where the girl dies.
Hold on.
He's finishing his tale.
It's hour 5. Just chill.
Yeah, literally. I mean, he goes through an entire
Captain,
story.
I don't think we could chill any much longer.
It's
0
freezing
degrees
out
out here.
Shut up.
I'm crying.
Be men. Just 5 more minutes.
Be men.
They're forgiving each other. God damn it. Let them forgive.
And then the creature also shows his power once again, which is cool. He just is like, oh, I can free you guys.
I can move this.
What the hell are you talking about? Oh yeah, you can go.
He does this. And they're like, dang, that's it?
Dang.
We just needed a creature?
Thanks. Me and Joe Green. No, hey kid, catch.
Thanks, me and Joe Green, Frankenstein. Wait, I know it took us 5 hours, but thanks for moving us. So this was just incredible to take arguably like the most well-known book of all time 100 years later and turn it into this masterpiece, really.
Yep.
It's just incredible, and shout out to Guillermo del Toro, and if they win every Oscar, I love it, and if they don't get any nominations, my rage is infinite. This table, the duck, all done.
Indulge in rage.
So the quote shown at the end of the movie is from Lord Byron. I don't know who that is. And it says...
You don't know Lord Byron?
No, who's he?
Of Byronsville? I
Lordsville?
have no fucking idea.
Byron.
Do you remember? Do you know that video? Byron. Who's running for president? Byron. Byron.
What movie is this?
Oh, you gotta put this up. We
Hold
could have
on.
been there. Byron.
I'll go Byron. All right, so our rating for this movie is based on the writing, the acting, and the cinematography. We put it all in one. So for me, the writing, I gave a 9.7. That is crazy high.
You know what's crazy, Sam? Is I gave the writing a 9.7 as well.
You got it, Karen. Yeah, no, it's just like, I mean, there's no tens. I mean, this is the closest to a 10, but it's that good.
Yeah.
It's just it's Shakespearean. Like I said, it's biblical. It's the themes are off the chain. It's so quotable. Like I said, there's probably like 20 other quotes that I definitely missed. But you're just so ensconced with the writing. You're just like, wow, that's amazing. If it's making you have that feeling and there's not, it doesn't miss a beat and there's not one part that I was bored of. I'll read a ton of books and it's just like some of the things are so descriptive, like, you know, the orange band wrapped sensitively around his neck. The duck was blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. But this was just like none of that was pretentious or anything. It was just it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was the best dialogue maybe I've ever seen in my life.
I sometimes have the memory of a fish, and so I remembered
fact that
so
you're-
many quotes
yeah.
out of this. Like that's saying something.
Because they're not long. They're just like only a couple words, and they just boom, they hit home.
Yeah. I didn't even write any of those 3 quotes down, and and as you're talking, I'm just like, oh yeah, this one.
That one.
That one. Oh yeah, this one. You know, and I'm just pulling them out of thin air, which is I mean, not to say that my memory is terrible, but sometimes it's not the greatest. So for me to remember it, it's great saying something. So that's why, honestly, mostly that's why I gave it a 9.7. And other than that, just the way they speak is just beautiful, very elegant, and yeah, very, very good.
Amazing. Cinematography. I gave 9.5.
Yep.
That's very high.
I gave it 9.3.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't really know what's wrong with it. There's nothing really
I
wrong
don't
with
see
it
anything
either.
wrong with it. Like the scenes with the you know, the beginning part of the second half of the movie, I'm just like, wow, this is some of the greatest shots ever.
Yeah. Where did they? Are they in Antarctica? Like, where the hell are they?
Oh, that I don't know.
Alaska? I mean, maybe Alaska. Greenland?
I feel like they're in. Oh, that's right. It was. Yeah. I feel like they're in like
Iceland.
Greenland. No, Greenland's all like snow.
But then I feel like well, I feel like it would just make sense like for money purposes, but like Iceland I feel like has like icy shit, but then they have some green parts. I don't know.
Right. But I think it did say Greenland. I feel like they were.
Guillermo del Toro could have saved you so much money. You just called me.
You would have figured it out. And yeah, because you also don't know. It's like, is this CGI? Is it not? So yeah, I mean, it could be a 9.9. I don't know. It's amazing. I don't really see any flaws with it. Like the scenes with in the beginning of the second half, it's like, is this in Norway?
Yep.
It's very like Lord of the Rings-esque, which is really cool.
I really like when they're. I mean, it looks literally like Antarctica because there's nothing around. But like the Victor is in the tent and he looks outside and there's a slight sunset and then you just see the creature just standing there staring at him.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool. And again, such a great contrast with the white snow and this creature in all black just standing there staring and the sun's going down. You know, I just love it. It's great.
Amazing. And acting, I gave it a 9.1. It's into the 9s because they're all incredible. I'm trying to think of who I didn't like. I thought Christoph Waltz was good. I feel like he's been better in other movies.
Yeah.
So his was kind of like, it was good. And I mean, the stars of the show were, you know, Frankenstein and the monster, and Mia Goth was incredible. She was definitely very. That's how she talks, though. She's very like dramatic and like very fantasy like in Shakespearean, which is, I don't think there was a fault. She was definitely great.
Yeah.
And yeah, 9.1.
Yeah, I give it a 9.5. Again, yeah, didn't really see too many faults.
The way they delivered the dialogue is amazing.
But yeah, I guess Christopher Waltz's character is. I mean, but he kind of just comes and goes. He just does what he has to do.
Right, so
He's
not bad.
It's not bad.
Jacob Elordi was great, and he was good at like I said, the way like his cadence of his dialogue was really good and broken up. Maybe some of the surrounding characters were, you know, they were good, but not everybody's going to be, you know, star-studded.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean these numbers again they're high. They're all into the 9s, and like if you I mean Getting late. Yep. It's good. That's it. It's great.
It's a good movie, man.
It's great. No, it's literally, yeah, so we'll leave you with, I mean, I think this is one of the best movies I've seen in a while in my life. And within like the first, I don't know, like when it goes to the second half of the movie, I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then just the rest of the movie is just amazing. And it wraps up and just makes it incredible.
Yeah.
And the first half's good too, but like the second half just takes it home, brings home the bacon, and makes this movie altogether amazing. Wait, so all three of that for me comes out to a 9.43.
Nice.
So I'll say 9.4.
Yeah, I got a 9.5 exactly, and then put us together. I just rounded you to 9.4. We're a 9.45.
Wow. Could be our highest rated movie.
Yeah. No. What did we give Nosferatu?
All right, so Nosferatu was 9.25. This was 9.45. So this takes the cake, I think, is our highest rated movie. I don't remember what we rated Hereditary, but this is definitely one of the highest, and it's justified.
I also agree with that because Nosferatu, I felt like there were certain points where there was a slight drag.
Yeah.
That would come in and out. It wasn't like prolonged, but like it was there sometimes.
It's very dark.
Yeah.
The movie, like there's a lot of light in this movie, just in the colors and the cinematography and stuff. And again, like this movie doesn't miss a beat, and like not one bit of it bored me.
Yeah,
Which is incredible to do and hard to do.
Frankly, yeah, Nosferatu definitely leans more into the horror, which perhaps can maybe take you a little bit out of like relating more, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like this, you know, those horror elements are sprinkled on. Nosferatu, it's definitely like chocolate chunks as opposed to sprinkles,
right?
You know, so
those are our ratings for Frankenstein, one of the best movies in recent memory, and definitely the best movie of the year, in my opinion. And it's it's different, like because it'll be probably hard to compare to like Bring Her Back and
Weapons.
Weapons, yeah.
Oh
so
yeah. This is
it's
honestly
totally different.
This is like a whole nother ballpark.
Yeah,
yeah.
Not even
That
close.
was a little more typical horror, but Bring Her Back's more Hereditary. Like Weapons is a little bit more
like artistic,
typical, but like with a nice twist to it. I don't know.
Anyway, so yep, that's it. And let us know what movie we should review next. Like, subscribe, share. Check us on TikTok, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Good night, San Diego.